What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Rob back again with another video. Today we're going to talk about the Snyderverse being restored. Hit that intro. Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going today? Hopefully everybody's having a phenomenal day. Today I want to sit back and just kind of talk from the heart. Talk from the heart about restore the Snyderverse. Man, I have never seen so much discourse in fandom. Well, that's not true, man. That's not true. I did live through the Last Jedi Star Wars era. So maybe it's just something that happens every 4 to 5 years. But this restore the Snyderverse thing is getting really insane. To the point now where I'm just going to come out and be completely honest with everybody. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not Nostradamus. I can't see the future. I'm not Miss Cleo. You can't call me for your free reading. No, I'm not. I don't know where to stand on this. I will say this, though. After everything that's been going on with the Saudi Arabia being able to purchase EA and pay for WrestleMania and all this stuff, I went from 0% chance that the Snyderverse is going to be restored to like a 15 and 20% chance. And you might be thinking like, man, 15, 20% chance, this guy still has no clue. Like, that's a huge leap, going from 0 to 15 to 20% chance, right? And the reason why it goes from 15 to 20% chance is because we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Like, if Paramount, Netflix purchase it, like, then James Gunn is going to be safe. But if the Saudis purchase it, like, we just do not know. I don't know. You don't know. Regardless of what some of these experts in the field say, they don't know either. Like, you know, it's just one of those things where we don't really know what's going on. We live in different times. It's all about the money. And when it comes to Saudi, they've shown that they have tons of fuck you money that they can throw around and they can just get whatever they want. They want WrestleMania? Here's some fuck you money. Give us WrestleMania. They want EA? Here's some fuck you money. Give us EA. So that's one part of it. But also, it's one of those things where I just can't wrap my head around how it would work. Let's say, hypothetically, we live in a situation where Saudi Arabia does end up making this thing happen in reality. So what's going to happen with Gail Gadot? Because Gail Gadot is from Israel. She's very opinionated about her heritage. So we have that one aspect of it. You have Ezra Miller in the situation that he had going on. So how could you actually restore the Snyderverse when you have key members in the Snyderverse that what you think Saudi Arabia is just gonna like turn the cheek on Gail Gadot being from Israel? And not only that, you see when WrestleMania is being, well, not WrestleMania, but when they do like Crown Jewel and stuff over in Saudi Arabia, like the women is dressed head to toe in clothing. You're not allowed to show any skin. So let's say hypothetically they do turn their head on like, okay, we're not going to worry about Gail Gadot. She can come back, whatever. And then, so Wonder Woman is then going to be fully clothed in a bodysuit. Like, there's so many, like, people, I feel, are so in love with the Snyderverse that they don't look at, like, the logic and repercussions of what this stuff is. You know? Like, the last thing you want to do is kind of sell your soul to Saudi Arabia. And just because you want to restore the Snyder, like, you are so in love with the idea of restore the Snyderverse that you are willing to, and I'm not saying Saudi Arabia is the devil, but you are willing to sell your soul to Saudi Arabia or the devil itself or whoever. You're willing to sell your soul in order to get what you want. And it's just a movie franchise, right? No one was more heartbroken after Amazing Spider-Man 2 than me that Andrew Garfield wasn't coming back for Spider-Man 3. I did not boycott Tom Holland, right? I was like, okay, I can see the logical idea why they recast. They want to go in this different direction. But I guess that's just me being more of an adult. And that's funny, you know, since I am branded the Parasite guy who, by the way, I was going through a divorce and I was heavily drinking when that happened, but no one wants to talk about that. They just want to brand me the Parasite guy and me being racist, even though most of my cast members are black, but I digress. But, you know, I think it's kind of funny how people just can't sit and look at the logic of things rather than automatically just assume that they want the Snyderverse. They don't care what happens. You know, instead of going, hey, you know, it didn't work. They went a different direction. Whatever. Like, I either support it or I don't. But no, they don't look at it that way at all. It's like, we want the Snyderverse. And some of these people, man, are some of the most basement dwelling, mama titty sucking people I have ever seen in my life. There's this one dude on Cosmic Book News, and I swear it looks like he never even touched a titty. So I don't know like what representation you were going for here. But I think, and I'm not talking about everybody, I think a lot of people, including myself, feel like Henry Cavill definitely got the short end of the stick. That Henry Cavill really got ushered out. We all agree on that. I don't think you can find a single person that will not disagree that Henry Cavill got the short end of the stick. But he moved on. Ben Affleck moved on. Everybody moved on except for the fan base and apparently Zack Snyder. I think you either like the new Superman or you don't. There's iterations of Superman that I don't like, and there's iterations of Superman I do like. You either like it or you don't. But this whole notion of restore the Snyderverse is starting to get to the point where it's starting to get like a little cultist, where you guys are like a cult and you're willing to burn people at the stake. You are literally Tanis Baratheon. Not Tanis. His name wasn't Tanis, but Rob Baratheon's brother. Oh my God, I can't remember his name, but you guys remember if you watch Game of Thrones. Robert Baratheon's brother literally burned people at the stake, burned his own daughter at the stake because he thought it was going to give him powers to take over Winterfell and become the king of Westeros. You know, like he was willing to burn people at the stake to get, like, you people are willing to burn people at the stake just to get the Snyderverse to be restored. It's insane. It's just a movie franchise. You know, you got your Snyder cut. Can't you just enjoy the movies that are in your series and just enjoy those for the good times that you had? But I guess I just don't think the same way other people think. That's just my thoughts on it, guys. It is what it is. Just my thoughts. If you guys want to go ahead and hit that like button, I would appreciate it. Please do me a favor. We're on our way to 29,000. Going to do that with your help. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Till next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms. That's my opinion.